Hello and welcome. We have a lot to talk about, guys. We have an amazing game in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I'm very excited about this, and I wanted to give you guys full coverage, breaking it down. Right now, this is going to be the beginner guide before release because I did have my hands on this game already and played it. Now I'm allowed to speak about it. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of different tips and tricks and things that I've learned and what I want you to know about this game. First and foremost, rewind, erase the name of the game. Don't worry about Rocksteady. Don't worry about Arkham games. Let's focus on what this game is. This is a looter shooter first. Okay, it has RPG action in an open world, but it's a looter shooter. Okay, and it's designed that way. And what does that mean? That means that you are going to be grinding through a beautiful story, might I add. And then we're going to talk about the story in just a second. But the truth is, the story is spectacular. The story is spectacular. I'm not going to spoil it too much, but we're going to go into some story stuff and showcase a couple of clips that are already public and discuss what I feel and think about this game. So first and foremost, it is a looter shooter. That's what you want to focus on gameplay wise. But let's rewind time again. I keep bringing you guys back and forth through emotional roller coaster because this is Rocksteady and these guys are phenomenal. One of the greatest in the history of our gaming life. Okay, they have pioneered the video game industry, never mind comic books games, but video game industry in many ways. Rocksteady's incredible, so credit to them. But the reason I want to bring that up is because you got to put respect on their name. How can you go from telling them that they're the greatest you've ever seen and then turn around when they announce this game and be upset that it's not another Batman game and not give them the chance to prove that it's going to be good or bad? The game hasn't released from the day that I recorded this video. The game has not released. So for anybody to talk, that's crazy. Sure, you can have an opinion. I'm not here to, discourage you. Please share your opinion in the comments. I can't get offended because I didn't make the game. But what I am saying is Rocksteady is one of the greatest of all time. We have to respect them. And funny enough, I felt like you guys, and I was like, man, it would have been nice to get a Batman game. But after playing, I realized two things. First of all, the story is going to be special. There was experiences that I had when I played about Batman, specifically, that really touched me. And I said, wow, they're really doing something special here. This is going to be an amazing experience. And it convinced me. And then secondly, the looter shooter part is something I've always loved, looter shooters. So it already fits into my gameplay wants. Okay. I learned to detach myself, and this is something that this video shouldn't be about, but we're going to put it in here because it's necessary. I learned to detach myself from the Batman Arkham and expectations and said, I'm just going to play this and enjoy this. And hopefully it's great. And funny enough, the developers themselves has said a quote that really stuck with me. And I want to read it to you. And it's Darius Sada. I don't know his name. Sada Shanigan. All right. I'm sorry for butchering your name, dude. He is the product director. And he said, easily our biggest game in terms of story. It's still full of the DNA that infuses the Batman Arkham series. Those foundations of the story and the characters are absolutely central to our process. That's his words, not mine. And I believe him because when I played it, I felt some things when I got to certain scenes in the game. I said, wow, this is special. I can't wait. I'm hoping the story is just as good as the gameplay. The gameplay is fun, which we'll get into in a minute, but I just wanted to put that as an expectation and kind of stamp it. And I know this was a long rant about that one thing where I need you all to understand that it does have a deeper story, but it is a looter shooter. Okay. So, set 5 years after Batman Arkham, this game begins with the Suicide Squad. They're getting hired to kill off the Justice League because of Brainiac, who brainwashed them. And that's the main premise of the story. You're going to learn that in the first 5 minutes, so it's not a spoiler. After that, it opens up to the open world, and you have to go do a lot of things. A lot of things. Now, we can avoid the story for the rest of this video and break down some of the gameplay and teach you what it is. First of all, it's a shooter, so don't worry about the superhero games that all are melee focused. These guys got guns, and they're not heroes, they're villains. Okay, so they're gonna get out there and they're gonna do some wild things that you might not appreciate, but hey, that's the fun. This is an edgy game. These guys are reckless, and I actually like that. I feel like a refreshing difference than what we're used to when it comes to hero games. So absolutely should be very interesting. And you're watching a cutscene where the one and the only Green Lantern comes and captures us. So I'm not going to go too further into this. I'm not even sure if this is spoiler focused or anything like that, so I'm a little bit nervous about showcasing that, but we are going to show some end game footage because I want to talk about that after we talk about the main stuff. And as a matter of fact, let's just go straight into some gameplay so that you guys can get a quick look at some cool stuff. Right, so, oops, that's the wrong clip. There we go. I done lost it all, folks. So right there, that's some end game stuff, but that's not what I wanted to showcase. I wanted to showcase this right here. And so this is Shark, aka Shrek, aka probably my favorite, funniest guy in here. He's the best. But with his gameplay, this is the story. You're going to be in an open world. You're playing a looter shooter, so you want to grind through any content that they offer, whether it's just open world environments. Those are going to be critical because in the open world, you can get currency that's going to help you for the end game. There's going to be bosses you can take down to get that currency to make it to the end game. There's the care packages. I believe a daily care package drops. I'm not sure if it's daily. Don't quote me on that. But there's care packages that drop that you can go pick up. But you would have to fight for them, I assume. And so they didn't talk too much about it, but that's a feature. All of those things are leading you to the end game. On top of having the story and a full experience that I don't want to spoil, of course, in this video. But on top of that, you're getting what I believe, is a fun looter shooter. I made a video about how this game has style. Not a lot of looter shooters have style. Not a lot of shooters basically encourage you to be aggressive and push the pace and to do that type of thing. And this game does. So I love that about this game. And I think that it can be spectacular in many ways. So I am excited about that. As you can see, there's crazy combinations, and I get into why combinations are important in this game. You're trying to get streaks, right? You want to go on killing streaks. You don't want to get damaged. You want to get the highest scores. You want to continuously just rip through the mission. But there is competitiveness because your teammates score points also every match. So every single second you're getting graded in a way. So you want to do better than your teammates, even though they're your friends. You're just getting some kills. It's no big deal. Okay. But with that in mind, having the mentality that it's a looter shooter is very important. And we're going to get into some of the end game stuff. Let's just say you finished the whole story. What happens now? And I'm done. It was cool. I liked it. But what am I supposed to do? This is supposed to be a looter shooter. Well, there's seasons and there's a lot of new things that they're put into the game when it comes to the season that I think you guys might love. And I'm going to go ahead and just play some of this stuff and give you a breakdown preview of what they have. So first and foremost, you see the scoreboards. What does that mean? That means that there's a leaderboard for you to be able to win and be the leader in everything. So there's for solo players, duels, trios, and quads. You can end up being on top of the leaderboards. Okay. And there's incentives, rewards, because there's challenges and things like that that you can do. On top of that, there's things for the clan as well. Clan will get rewards. They're going to be getting challenges for the clan itself. All of that stuff is worldwide, global. And remember, this is a cross-play game: PC, Xbox, PlayStation. Everybody's going to be competing against each other to see who can be the best. And of course, I'm going to find a way to maximize that damage and do some wild things out there. But yeah, there's an importance to understand that the way this game works, it is not typical from your normal looter shooters. It's a whole different breed, and it's special, in my opinion, because of that. Now, there's a lot of information about the season and what you're getting out of that, and I personally got very excited when I heard all of the news as well. And so 4 seasons within the year, maybe, I'm not sure, but they said there's 4 seasons, 2 episodes per season. That means like different missions and things like that. There's 4 DLC characters. Okay, 4 DLC characters, new bosses, new enemy variants, themed weapons, themed gear, new activities, new environments, new Riddler missions. Of course, the playable character we're going to talk about in just a second, the Joker. So you're going to start off with 4 characters. You have the main Suicide Squad. And guess who joins you? The one and the only Joker. Now we're going to take a pause here. You're seeing Superman, a variant of him. You're getting variants of each of the characters, but you're also getting new things, whether it's the weapons, whether it's new episodes. As you can see right here, we got Two-Face, we have Scarecrow, we have the Riddler, we have the Joker stronghold ability. There's so many things packed in this one picture that you're watching right now. Okay, so being able to know that it's going to be very much packed for a looter shooter. And one of the best things about this is, guess what? Free. Content is free. When you buy the game, you get everything free. That's what was said. I believe I read it correctly. And that's what everybody else has been saying on the internet. So this is a W, because it doesn't mean they're going to just be like, hey, we want you to buy a million things. No, they're telling you to buy the cosmetics. If you want to buy new outfits, feel free. New skins, feel free. That's what they said is going to be what they put out there as far as consistently trying to gain currency, which I respect. I think every game following that trend, the best games have done that, and they've been successful with it. So hopefully this game can pull in an audience deep enough. All right, with that said, if that didn't pull you in, I think this guy might. So now, this is not the Joker we know and love. Of course, he died. Spoiler warning for the Batman Arkham. But this guy right here is from another planet, the Elseworlds. And he was already a Suicide Squad in that world. So he comes in here and willing to help these guys. But the thing is, he has a sick and twisted mind. He's very deranged, is what they said. Different way than the normal Joker. But we don't know what that means. I don't know what's going on there, but it's very interesting. Gameplay wise, I'm definitely loving him. He might end up my main. He just has a swagger to him. You can see the umbrella. He's able to juggle people. He has a revolver. You know, look at that attack right there. I mean, he's special. He's special. And so I'm just excited that this is coming literally, I believe, a month after the game releases. Very, very quick. And that is spectacular. And so they're going to keep continuously trying to upgrade with more playable characters, they said, which is huge. And then, of course, this is where they want to make their money through all the transmogs, outfits and things like that that you can buy. And that's where hopefully you can support them as well. Do what you do, you know. Well, yeah, so it's exciting. It's interesting. I'm actually really, really loving it. and we're gonna switch over and watch some footage. And this is Shroud's footage of him playing endgame. And the reason I want to bring this up to end this video about what to expect, more or less, in this scenario with Shroud, what he's doing here is playing the end game. You have to pay to get into the end game, and you don't have to pay cash. You pay this currency that you earn in the game, and you'll earn it, like I said, through the open world, boss fights, and care packages that drop in the world. You'll be able to do that consistently, and then you'll be able to come into this end game mission and start it up. All your friends have to pay also. It's 1,000 per person. So how to earn it, we'll do videos and break all that down. But the point is, once you get in here, these guys hit very hard. It's going to be modified missions. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, it's going to rain electricity shocks. And if you stand still too long, you'll get shocked. You have to be, you know, able to control yourself and know what type of mods it has. Okay. So it's very fun, very interesting, very cool dynamics, in my opinion. And I think this is going to get crazy. The part that I'm going to tell you, there's mastery difficulties, and it's endless. It's supposed to be infinite. So basically what it means is it keeps getting harder. They'll send more enemies with different modifiers. They have element damage on their weapons or something, or you know, different things. Maybe you melee them and they'll explode on you or something. I don't know what the mods are specifically. We'll get into that once the game releases. I'll have you guys covered on everything. But that's the breakdown, and that's where the end game continues. And so if you're a looter shooter like me, you're going to make the best builds. You're going to upload it to YouTube, let everyone know how to do their builds, because I don't want to make one build and say this is the best build in the game. But I want to show you guys is how to play the game and enjoy it in the proper way. So that's going to be the ultimate goal. And there's plenty of more that I didn't get into here, but I do have other videos, doing a video breaking down gameplay in general, just kind of hoping to help you guys understand that. And then I have other tidbits of experience with the game that I'm breaking down as deep as I could, and I'm allowed to for now. So hope that was extremely helpful. Feel free to drop some thoughts on what you want to see and what you want to be done. I'll have let's plays of the full game. I'll have the guides and tips and tricks in between all that, and you could catch it all right here. Just look for me, Mad Gamer, and we'll be good to go. All right, see you on the next one. Thanks.